Hey everybody, how are you? Tell me, have you heard the news? Biden just tried to have Trump assassinated! Or at least that's what you'll have heard if you watch Fox News. But as with anything else, even vaguely related to Trump, it is utter nonsense. All of this came about when the original search warrant for the Mar-a-Lago raid was unsealed, and that order included permission for the agents to use deadly force if necessary. Well, now Trump and his people have been absolutely losing their minds as they come face to face with the standard workings of the American justice system. Turns out that in this country, law enforcement carries guns, and they're damn well allowed to use them. If anything, they use them a bit too freely. We live in a country where a regular guy can be killed by the cops over a dime bag of weed, frankly. Meanwhile, in Trump's case, the FBI specifically coordinated with his Secret Service detail, specifically so that they do the raid when Trump was not there, for his own comfort, convenience, and safety. Because unfortunately, it is true that we have a two-tiered justice system in this country, but Trump's got the nice tier, okay? It is truly remarkable watching all of these Republicans moan and groan and whine and complain about how our poor little Donnie dictator has to sit in a cold courtroom without even a golden toilet. How is he to survive? Meanwhile, it was Trump himself at one of his rallies who said that cops shouldn't be too nice to criminal defendants, rough them up a little bit. What he didn't say out loud was that he only meant the cops should beat up, the poor and the black people. Rich white Republicans, on the other hand, are simply too delicate in their constitution to withstand such indignity. But just think about that for a moment. How dangerous is it to spread these insane lies about Biden and the deep state trying to assassinate Trump? Because I know where it leads. I watch the Turning Point USA rallies, I watch Kari Lake giving speeches, I listen to Steve Bannon and all of them, and it's very clear what they're aiming at. This assassination, it's not even a new theme. They've been talking about this for a little while, that, there's going to be an assassination somewhere. And this just gave them their opening. And it's a ruse. It's a ruse to give these people a permission structure so that when they get their guns and go shooting for Democrats, they can say it wasn't self-defense. And the irony of it all is that Trump almost got Obama killed less than a year ago. The Secret Service agents ended up intercepting a heavily armed guy named Taylor Taranto outside of Obama's private home. Now, he was a J6 rider, and he was out there on Obama's street with a gun hunting down the former president of the United States. Hell, he was even live streaming the whole thing on YouTube. But how, you ask, did this random lunatic end up getting Obama's private home address? Taranto got the address because Trump posted it on Truth Social for his most deranged followers to see. And I want to make it very, very clear that Trump knew exactly what he was doing. He knows what kind of people his supporters are. Anyone and everyone that he targets in a social media post immediately comes under threat. Starting during Trump's term and continuing today, the FBI has made it clear that MAGA domestic extremism is the greatest terrorism threat in the United States. Trump, as president, received briefings on this. Moreover, literally every single person he has posted about has suffered from death threats, doxing, harassment, even physical attacks. And the more high profile the target, the worse it is. Even with nobody journalists or just, random civilians that Trump posts about, they can expect thousands of death threats. Many of them have had to leave their homes. Like Shay Moss and Ruby Freeman, who are just two election workers that Trump and Giuliani defamed after the 2020 election. With Obama, who's arguably, among the top 2 or 3 most hated people in MAGAverse, there's absolutely no question that posting his address was an attempt to end his life. And to think that this happened over a year ago, and in all that time it's barely even been covered, that Trump literally tried to have his predecessor killed. Meanwhile, this stupid BS about Biden assassinating Trump in the Mar-a-Lago raid is being blasted across half the internet on every goddamn network, even if just to say that it's a lie. And I have to say, it truly astounds me every day the way that the media has utterly failed to learn how to cover this guy. They just cannot get their shit together at all. Just recently, Trump got on stage and got endorsed from 2 literal gang members who are currently under indictment for charges including murder. And it's barely news. Frankly, I hardly know what to say, except for the fact that no, Biden did not try to have Trump assassinated. Anyone who's telling you different is feeding you BS. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching that, guys. I really appreciate it. If you liked that video, then please like the video. And also subscribe. That will be really, really helpful. And most of all, please leave a comment if you can. Because firstly, it really helps algorithmically. And also, I'm pretty new at this, and I could use the feedback. So if you could do that and also share these videos with your relatives and friends, that would be really nice. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.